So hello everybody, it's JLP87 here, and today we're going to do my Sephora, summer bonus sale recommendations video. I'm going to go over a lot of things, like I got some skincare, I got some setting sprays, y'all know I got some palettes, I got bronzers, bronzers, highlighters, face powders. No, I don't have any highlighters, but yeah. But anyway, let's get started on what I do have. So, I only got one primer, and it's the Pat McGrath primer. Y'all know how I am when it comes to buying expensive stuff. Make sure you buy it during the sale or buy it when Pat first launches it so you can get that exclusive 10% off discount code. But I love this primer. I actually have this primer underneath all what's going on here right now. I didn't do a tutorial of the face, but there's a tutorial of the eyes on IGTV right now that went up probably like 20 minutes before I sat down to go film this video. That's the only primer I have because y'all know the other primers I like, and I showed those in the last video, so I didn't want to be redundant. I'll link that video in the cards or probably at the end of this video along with some of my Sephora hauls so you can see what I bought from the last sale. Of course, the next thing I have is the Pat McGrath foundation. I'm going to get my shade this time, which is 26. Right now I'm wearing 29, but I bought a lighter powder to go with it to make it work with my skin for right now, since, you know, I already have this one. It was like super expensive, and since I bought off Pat McGrath's site, I don't know her return policy, so I just went ahead and bought that. Everything that I have a video on will be linked in the box down below, or I might put in the cards above. I don't know. Y'all know I kind of just put it wherever the hell I feel like when I'm doing it. But the next foundation I have is the Dewy Essential High Coverage Cream Concealer. A foundation. I actually really like this foundation. I had the wrong shades though, because when it first came out, the shade range was like trash. I always had to like mix my shade with some other. When I had cocoa and I had, I think, almond, and I had to mix them with other foundations in order to make them look halfway decent. But now they have a shade that's actually for me. The color I wear is the color Pecan. I recommend the concealers as well, but I feel like I recommended those in the last video, and I use Coffee, and there's another one I use, but I forget the name of it, but I know I use Coffee for sure. So oh, and amber. It's Coffee and amber I use with this foundation. That concealer looks amazing and beautiful on the skin. I don't remember if I recommended the Fenty concealers or not, but if I didn't, I do. I recommended the Giorgio Armani concealer the last time, and that's actually the one that's underneath my eyes and all over my face right now. But I have the shades 420 and 390. I know you love Meg uses, I believe, 380, and she's around the same skin tone as I am, so if you like a brighter under eye than I do, then you might want to consider 380. But this is a pretty good concealer. I like to use 420 underneath and then like 390 on top or whatever, and I think it's a great combination, and it looks really nice underneath the eyes. Now you have to keep in mind I have under eye creases really bad, so every concealer I use creases. Like this one is probably creasing right now, but I try to make sure I drag my lower lash line eyeshadow underneath and blow it out like Jack on Hill does, so that way you can't tell I have those under eye creases as bad, and that tends to work for me well. So if you're somebody like me who has deep set under eye creases, then you know that might be helpful for you. Now this is what I was talking about. I bought the number 3 powder after I bought the set, and I had number 5. I found it on Poshmark for a really good deal from one of the girls I buy makeup from regularly on there, so I went ahead and bought it, and that's the powder I have on my face right now. And I feel like it makes the foundation look like it's more closer to my skin tone because this powder is so much lighter than the foundation. Because I think the foundation is only like 2 shades too light, but you know, like, it needs to match the body, so I had to get another powder, and that powder is amazing. It looks wonderful on the skin. Just don't use too much, since this foundation is already self-setting and you should be fine. The next one I have is the Fenty Pro Filter Powder. I don't remember if I recommended this one before or not, because I don't remember if this and the concealers came out before the sale or like after the sale, I forget. But I have the color Nutmeg. I know Jackie uses Cashew underneath the eye. I don't use this underneath the eye. Obviously Nutmeg is my face color, so I just use it on my face, and I use like the Light Illusion by Catrice underneath my eyes, or I might start using this underneath my eyes because it's underneath my eyes now and it looks amazing. But those are the 2 setting powders I have to recommend. Now let's move on to like the bronzers, because I got a few. Believe it or not, I do recommend the Tantalize bronzer by Marc Jacobs. In the video I said I didn't think it was worth the price, and I don't. That's why I'm telling you buy it now that's on sale. I wouldn't buy it at the regular price because I don't feel like it's worth it. Now the Omega highlighter and whatever color it was I bought that I did the dupe video on, I'll leave that in the description box below along with this video. I feel like that was worth regular price. It is worth the 50 bucks. I don't feel like this is worth the 50 bucks, so that's why I'm telling you buy it now that it's on sale. I think I bought mine on sale too, but I still wasn't that impressed. It's not that it's not a good product, but because I have so much texture on my cheeks all the time, because I have really acne prone skin, it's not, oh god, my shoes are new and they're slippery, y'all. That's what that was. The struggle was real. But I wouldn't pay regular price for it. I think I did, or no, I did, and I regretted it. But Next, I have the Natasha Denona Tan palette. I actually have this on my face right now. So I use the highlighter thing here, and then I use the blush in here. So I basically used everything in this palette. Now remember that video I told y'all when it went on sale, I recommend you buy it to try it out, and then you can use it in the wintertime and it'll probably look better on you then. What I do is I use like my dark cream contour color underneath it, and then I just use the powder on top to set it down so that way it blends in with my skin better. But as a general rule, I wouldn't use this on its own. Like I might try this blush one day. I still haven't done that, but I try to use it as bronzer since this is called a bronze and glow palette. I figured that's what I should use it for. Next, I have my Fenty bronzers. Y'all remember I put Coco Naughty against Kylie's bronzer, and y'all got big mad about it because I said I liked Kylie's better. But I did like the color better, and I stand by that. I only like this one for certain looks, and I'm used to more colors like this, like Mocha Mommy. So I like Mocha Mommy better. I usually mix them together. But lately, I've been using this one, as you can see, and not mixing it with this one just because, I don't know, I guess because I'm not into really red tone bronzers like I used to be, or it hasn't been hot enough, and I don't feel like it's been good looking good with the looks I like to do. So I've actually just been using Coco Naughty on its own. And now the Lovegasm face palette. If you want to try this, I definitely recommend you try it now on the sale. I bought mine on the sale, so that made it $60 because this is a $55 palette. Now it looks okay, it just doesn't give the oomph that I look for. And again, it's one of those you have to put like a cream contour situation underneath if you want to use this color, because otherwise it's not going to do anything for your skin on its own. If you're my skin tone, like at best maybe Faye Lene can wear this palette for people as far as skin tones go. If you don't know who Faye Lene is, you should, and you should definitely check her out. She's friends with Andrea Renee, and if you don't know who that is, I don't know if I even want to talk to you anymore with this conversation. Moving on. Next, I have some setting sprays. So I got the Glow Setter by Glam Glow. I actually really like this. I just compared this to another setting spray that's drugstore. I feel like it's exactly the same, but if you just want to try this one out because it's from a skincare brand and it might have skincare benefits you'd be interested in, I definitely recommend this one. And then I have the Dewy Set by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now this one I like to use at the end after I put a mattifying setting spray on to make sure all the makeup locks in. Then I just put this on top to give a nice little glow dew situation. If you don't really want to buy from MAC because they're not necessarily cruelty free, I know Anastasia Beverly Hills is, so I would recommend this spray over that because I pretty feel like it's the same as MAC Fix Plus. It just gives like a nice little dewy-ish type finish situation. Next, we're going to go into palettes. So the Kevyn Aucoin Nude Pop palette. This palette is gorgeous. I actually want to do a video comparing this to the new one that came out from Beauty Bakery because I feel like they look pretty similar, at least when it comes to the darker mauve-ish type tone. So let me know if y'all interested in that or not. But the, these blend like butter. These feel so amazing. They feel just as good as these Viseart ones. And I have the dark matte palette. Of course, that was the only one that was interesting to me besides like the colorful editorial one. So I'm trying to debate if I want to get that one or not. But since I already have like 2 other colorful eyeshadow palettes that I don't use them that much, I feel like I shouldn't waste the $80 on that. So I probably won't, even though it'll probably be like close to like $65 if I buy it on sale. But I do recommend this one though. Like if you like really cool tone grungy looks like I do, I feel like you need this palette in your life because it'll go perfect with all your Milk Cosmetic stacks with the grungy looks, like the Shapeshifter, which I recommend as well, but I recommended that in the last video, so I'm going to keep doing the same thing. Now, y'all know I couldn't go without putting Auntie Jackie's palette in. So, you need to buy this palette. It's what's on my eyes right now. I just did a tutorial on this. If you want to see the tutorial on IGTV, it's up right now. So, you need to get that palette. Y'all know the quality of Anastasia's shadows, and Jackie's palette isn't any different. Same with the Rustic Glam palette. Now, I did a look with this one too. You know the quality of Kirsten's palette. This is not like the Lemonade palette because the Lemonade palette was a total bust for me when it came to the shimmers. This one is like all her other ones, like the berries and creams and the latte palette. So definitely recommend you get your hands on this. I had to mention the Mother Pat palette. This is the 5. I wish to God she would bring back the 4. I wanted to get it so bad and didn't get a chance to before it left. So Mother, please bring it back. That's all I ask. That's all I want. Just bring that back, you know. But this is 5 and I would definitely recommend you get it. I bought it during the last sale. Some eyeshadow primers. I like the Anastasia eyeshadow primer, but if you don't do a whole bunch of cut creases and stuff, you don't necessarily need that. You can get the Marc Jacob Undercover Coconut eyeshadow primer and be fine. And then I have 2 mascaras, so I have both these on right now. I have Pat McGrath's mascara, and then I have the Hourglass Caution mascara. I always get the 100-point perks of these, so that way I don't have to ever buy the full size one, because $28 for a mascara is expensive. But they're good mascaras, so I would definitely recommend them. Now let's get to the skincare. So I like these New Face prepping go pads. I like to use these to take off my makeup when I'm on vacation because it does a nice exfoliate and it still gets like all the makeup and removes all the dirt and gunk out of your skin. So I definitely recommend this. And the last two products I have, like I had a little sample of this and it was wonderful. So I ended up getting this in another set that I bought from Ola Hendrickson when they had the 50% off sale. This stuff is amazing. It helps remove your dark spots and all that. And this new baby, the Fat Glow facial recipe, facial glow. This is a great dupe for the Drunk Elephant Sakari baby facial, and this is only like 50 bucks. So I definitely suggest you get your hands on it. I used this today before I started to put on my makeup, and it just makes my skin feel so nice and wonderful and just pulls all the gunk out of it, and I feel like it's amazing. So those are my recommendations for the Sephora VIB sale. I hope this didn't cut off before I got done. Remember, you all are diamonds, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.